I'm sure we've all experienced this by now, where we've been scrolling through social media or even if it's on something on TV, where there's a particular bit of information that you didn't quite resonate with. You completely disagree with it and all the above and all the et ceteras, right? Sometimes when I'm having like my lazy weekends and I'm scrolling through X, Twitter, I'm watching a whole bunch of YouTube shorts or something like that, you see some of these content creators out here that are just loud and wrong. Now it's perfectly reasonable to completely disagree with somebody's position. We all have our differences and opinions. It's okay to disagree on topics like music, sports players, movies, with the current state of the world and having differences of opinions on that. That's perfectly fine. We all have our viewpoints. We all have our different interests, right? But to be blatantly incorrect, that's something that needs to be checked a lot more. Like if you were to tell me that this leaf was a basketball, that is blatantly incorrect. And certain people that spit that type of information out, sometimes you just have to sit back and wonder, why do you have a platform? Are you just ignorant to the fact that you don't know you're wrong? Or are you just doing this for clicks and shock value? Nevertheless, now my brain took it a little step further. And I was just wondering, how did we get here? And there's many, 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 many different factors. But the one that I want to focus on with this one is that people get attached to their beliefs. And attachment, there's a difference between, like I've used this analogy before, attachment versus connection, resonating with something, vibing with something. Attachment is like Velcro. When you're attached to something, inevitably when it comes time to part with it, it's hard to do. And the soft, like the woolly side of the Velcro gets damaged over time due to that attachment. But like with two magnets, when they disconnect, it's boop, and that's just it. And you go about your way. You see? A lot of people are attached to their beliefs, and attachment is usually seen as a very negative thing. And then what I go to say is some people have a blind allegiance to their ideologies, not realizing that a lot of people are living within a huge, heavy state of indoctrination. Now, when it comes to this indoctrination where people will say, oh, you're a liberal, so you're indoctrinated. Oh, you're a hippie vegan, you're indoctrinated to something. That's just the word that you point to your enemy. But we all have a level of indoctrination. We all do. If you learned everything about being a technocrat, that's a level of indoctrination. If you learned everything about Christianity, that's a level of indoctrination. If you learned everything about the LGBTQ, that's indoctrination. Everything about veganism, carnivore diet, that's a level of indoctrination. So we all have a little bit, which is why we should always remain open to new information or be open to the opposing side's position, right? So when I was sitting back having this little thought experiment, I was just like, yo, I really do wish that the world could have this, adopt this concept of trying on new ideas, new beliefs, like you try on clothes, right? Now, let's use the indoctrination example real quick, right? When you are a child, when you are 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, do you dress yourself? No, you don't dress yourself. Your parents do. Your guardians do. The people looking after you dress you a certain type of way. Your parents think something is cute on you and they dress you up. Why does a 3-year-old got little baby Jordans on his feet? Why does a little child have a Nike jumpsuit on? Because that's what the parent likes and that's what they put on you. The same way that goes with beliefs. Now, I'm not telling you to go out here, be disrespectful and all this type of stuff. But what I'm saying is, don't you, when you become a teenager, don't you start dressing yourself? If you don't have an overprotective, over-controlling household or anything like that, but you typically start to dress yourself. You start to have your own style. Why can't you do the same thing with your ideas? But here's the thing. When people start to get their own level of self-expression, you take a little bit from everything. Some of you like to look a little bit more gangster or more thuggish. Some of you like to look a little bit more preppy. Some people are more relaxed. Some people are this, that, and the third. You take from everything and you develop your own style. But here's the thing, even the style that you chose, at a certain point you grow out of. When you could pick your own clothes as like an 8-year-old, 9-year-old, you want to wear the fire, the fire shirts. Fire is cool if you're a little boy. You want to wear the Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh t-shirts and whatever cartoons that are out nowadays. That's what you want to wear because I can pick it. I like this is what I'm going to wear. But are you wearing Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh shirts when you become a teenager? What about when you become 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old? Now, of course, you can have that knock around shirt when you're, you know what I'm saying? But who's going to take you seriously when you walk around with Jigglypuff on your t-shirt and you at a business meeting when everyone's wearing shirt and ties and stuff? You see what I'm saying? But nevertheless, you know, some of you are going to adopt a certain type of ideology, a certain belief system. But then the older you get, some of you are going to remain, those of you that take my advice and stay open-minded, you're going to learn something new. And that new information is going to completely change your paradigm. And you can no longer wear that shirt. You can no longer wear that ideology, that belief system, because you learned a whole new set of information that your old system didn't give you. You know? How can you continue to think that you can breathe underwater if you've seen so many people drown? Oh, wait, I thought you could breathe underwater. I never tried it myself, but this whole time I thought you could. And I've seen so many people drown. Maybe I need to change my belief that I'm Aquaman. You see what I'm saying? I gave an out there example, but you see what I'm getting at, right? You know, let's go back to clothing. You got your favorite shirt. You're 20 years old, right? You got your favorite shirt. But you go through college, you get that freshman 15, you know what I'm saying? You gain a little bit of weight and your shirt don't fit you no more. Your stomach is hanging out the bottom. Don't you have to get another shirt? You see what I'm saying? Your style changes. Let's just say you go through some traumatic events and then you go goth and emo and all that. Life is scored. Tear my life into pieces. This is my last resort. You know what I'm saying? It's like life is going to change you over time. But the thing is, nature itself is change to a certain degree, depending on the context of the conversation. Nature is constantly changing over and over and over. And if you are staying still, you are fighting the river of change, which causes friction in your world. That's why you need to stay open using that river of change. That's why you need to be able to go with the flow. Sure, stand your ground from time to time. Be that boulder in the river that says, no, this is me and this is my position. But you have to also understand too, even the boulder that sits in the middle of the river gets weathered over time. There's still going to be change there. That doesn't mean that you have to consistently be flip-flopping your beliefs, flip-flopping your religion, flip-flopping your spiritual beliefs, your spiritual practices. You know what I'm saying? But I've been through it all too. I've done the crystals. I've been atheist. I've been all this and the third, and I came back around to certain types of things. Just like finding your old favorite t-shirt in the box and you put it on as a knock-around clothes in your apartment or something like that. You see what I'm saying? So all I'm saying here, ladies and gentlemen, is that you need to stay malleable and stay open. Don't judge somebody else because they're wearing a certain type of shirt. That's what they chose. Does that impede you? Does that hurt you? Does that bring harm to you? No? Then why are you so worried about what someone else believes? Are you happy in your attire? Does it make you feel good? Does it make you feel powerful? Yes? Then mind your own damn business. You see what I mean? The same piece of advice that I'm probably going to start repeating a lot more. If what you are doing in your life is not making you happy, then change it. If you are not happy in the outfit that you chose for yourself, change it. Why are you trying to force people to like the thing that you don't like about yourself? It doesn't make sense. You put on whatever makes you happy and makes you feel good and brings a smile to your face, makes you smile on the inside. And don't worry about what other people think about you. If you're happy, I'm happy. As long as you're not impeding on the health and the safety of anybody else, as long as you're not trying to force your opinion on other people, it shouldn't matter what everybody else is doing. Focus on yourself, dress yourself the way you want to dress, and if life isn't looking the way that you want to, if life isn't, let's just put it like this, if you aren't getting the desired results that you were looking for in your outfit, whether it was the outside appreciation or it wasn't making you feel good, then keep on changing. Change your outfit till it works. If what you believe is bringing you a whole bunch of anger, animosity, it got you too busy focused on somebody else's mission, then either you need to check yourself at the door or check your belief system. Check what's going on in your subconscious mind. I hate to call out a specific type of group, but some of y'all in the woke mind virus, bro. I love everybody, gay, straight, trans. I don't care what you do. That has nothing to do with me. I'm taking my own principles. But when you're mad that society isn't bending to your self-identification, that's not society's fault. That's on you. Accept yourself. Be yourself. If you're gay, be gay. If you're trans, be trans. But stop trying to force people to just jump ship like you did. Not everyone's going to be able to do that. Not everybody out there can wear a mini skirt and rock it. Not everyone out there can wear 6-inch heels. Not even everyone can wear a suit the right way. Some people feel gross in a suit, but society's supposed to accept that as a suit means you're professional. A suit means this. Not really. Go out there and dress yourself. Be yourself. Vegans get mad when people go out there and eat meat. Oh my God, you're killing the animals. No, I have a deep reverence for this animal. I hunted this thing. I killed it. I know it's sacrifice, and that is why I consume it, because I consume the energy. It's a deep respect. It's a mutual thing between me and this animal. Why is this shade coming up? Let me get back in the sun. But nevertheless, it's like I have a deep respect for this animal. Likewise with the people with the meat. Oh, those little pussy vegans. Oh my God, those little hippies. Oh my God. Well, no, this vegetation, these fruits and these vegetables, they give me energy. It's pure to me. It's natural, comes straight from the earth, and all this type of stuff. You see? So if you both just mind your own business and eat what you want to eat, it don't matter. It's like the entrepreneur versus the 9-to-5. It's like the person in the 9-to-5 that says, hey, look, I'm that person. I just show up, do my job, get paid, go home and relax. The person in their entrepreneurship, they don't rest. Whenever the phone rings, they have to pick it up because this is their business. This is their livelihood. It's like, I'm not judging you for it. That's the path you chose. That's the outfit that you chose to adorn yourself with. I don't care. Religious people, spiritual people. First of all, y'all don't realize how much of the same you are, because half of y'all are extremely judgmental. I myself am not above that myself, But so-and-so is going to hell. So-and-so is doomed to a lower vibration. You both said the exact same thing, but you're too busy casting the finger, casting the stone, casting your energy in a negative way, casting the first stone. You see what I'm saying? Mind your own damn business. If burning the sage and meditating with your crystals makes you feel good, then go do that. Why are you so focused on somebody else's spiritual journey? Religious person, you do realize there's 8 billion other religions out there, right? How do you know so much you're the right one? But if you're God, if you're Buddha, if you're Allah, if your practices, if your belief, if your book says that you need to do things your way, why are you so mad that someone that isn't exposed to your knowledge isn't acting the way you are? That's all I'm saying. Stop worrying so much about what people are wearing. Stop worrying so much about what people are doing in their own personal lives. It's not your life. You live your own life. Focus on you. Till the next one.